if I told you that too much water can kill you? How about telling you that cholesterol is not your enemy? Do you also know that your blood protein level can determine if you heal fast or stay sick longer? In today's video, we are breaking down 3 crucial health topics in a very interesting way that will empower you to stay in health. So get ready for science, fun, and a little myth busting. Hello there, if you are just seeing me for the first time, I am Amara, aka the Mom Scientist, and all I do on this channel is share tips and tricks that will help you optimize your metabolic health. Whether you just want to stay in health, lose weight, reverse PCOS or diabetes, this is the place for you because metabolic health impacts every single cell in your body, starting from your brain cells to your nail cells. Every single cell in your body is impacted by your metabolic health status. So if you want to optimize your metabolic health, consider subscribing for a mind-blowing journey that will help you optimize your metabolic health and stay in health. Keep watching. Plasma proteins are proteins present in your blood that ensures you don't catch infections easily, you don't bleed excessively from cuts, and it ensures that the fluid in your vessel stays in the vessel. So there are 3 major plasma proteins. The first one is albumin. Albumin acts like a shield. It keeps water in your blood so your body don't lose water and become dehydrated. It also ensures water doesn't leak out and cause you to swell up. The second one is antibodies, that's globulins. Globulins act like soldiers, fighting bad germs, ensuring you don't get sick. The third one is clotting proteins, that's fibrinogen. They are like bandage. They help stop bleeding when you get a cut or an injury. One might wonder, where does these bioweapons come from? The liver is the factory that produces most of the plasma proteins, while the immune system builds the soldiers, that's the antibodies, globulins. Interestingly, the food you eat provides the raw materials for your body to make these strong weapons. Here is the catch. When it comes to food, all foods are not created equal. The food that produces most of the needed materials are mostly proteinous fruits, but then all proteins are still not the same. Let me make this a bit clear. Your body requires 20 amino acids for optimal health. Now, out of these 20 amino acids, 11 can be made by the body, and these 11 that the body can produce are called non-essential amino acids. The other 9 amino acids cannot be made by the body. You will need to take them in through diet, and these ones are called the essential amino acids. Now, proteins are classified based on their amino acid content. The ones that contains all the amino acids are qualified as complete proteins, while the ones that lack 1 or 2 amino acids are qualified as incomplete proteins. And the important thing you need to know at this point is that your body does not store protein for long. So you will need to take protein on a daily basis to ensure you stay healthy. At this point, I need to give you some things you can actually run along with. Some examples of foods that contains all the essential amino acids, that's the complete proteins, are meat, chicken, fish, dairy products like yogurt, milk, cheese, eggs, soy products, and quinoa. They all contain all the essential amino acids. Now, the incomplete proteins can as well be made complete by complementing 2 incomplete proteins. For instance, the amino acid lacking in rice is in beans, while the amino acid lacking in beans is in rice. So this way you can combine rice and beans to get complete proteins. The same thing applies to peanut butter and whole wheat bread. In essence, you can combine 2 incomplete proteins to get complete proteins and all the essential amino acids you require. So the major things that can lower your plasma protein levels are: number one, poor nutrition. If you don't eat enough proteins, it can bring down your plasma protein levels. The second one is liver disease. Of course, the reason is quite obvious. The liver is the main place where these plasma proteins are produced. So when the liver is not functioning well, it's going to affect the rate at which it produces plasma proteins. The next is kidney issues. If your kidney is diseased, it might result to proteins leaking out in urine. That's why you see some people having kidney issues with swollen leg, because of that imbalance in albumin level causing fluid to leak into the cells, resulting to edema. Another condition that this comes to play is in pregnancy. Though all pregnancy-related edema might not be due to low plasma protein level. The fourth thing that can lower plasma protein level is severe infection or burns. When there is infection, the body utilizes these proteins to fight it, lowering the plasma protein levels. What happens when the plasma protein level is low? Number one, swelling. Albumin helps keep water inside your blood vessel. If plasma proteins are low, water leaks into your tissues, causing swollen legs, feet, or belly. Albumin acts like this egg shell. The same way that the shell of this egg ensures that the fluid contained here stays intact. The same way albumin ensures that the fluid contained in your blood vessel stays intact. Once you break this egg now, the fluid will start leaking out. So once your blood albumin level gets low, fluid will start leaking out from your blood vessel into the surrounding cells, causing swelling. Of course, when fluid accumulates in a place, what's going to happen? That place will bloat. If you accumulate air in a balloon, what's going to happen? That balloon is going to bloat up. So if fluid accumulates in any tissue, it's going to bloat, whether on the leg, on the hand, or on the stomach. And these are the common sites that fluid accumulates in the body when there is low albumin level. The second is weak immune system. I told you that antibodies, that's globulins, a type of plasma proteins, help to fight infections. So when the plasma protein levels are low, it's going to expose you to infections. If flu comes, you catch it. If this one, especially the contagious infections, is going to make you vulnerable to infections. It's just like somebody in a battle, because we are in a battle with a lot of germs. You see germs all over the place. Germs are in the air, germs are in the water, germs are in food, germs are all over the place. So if your immune system is weak, you fall prey to these bad germs and it will make you get sick often. The third is low wound healing and easy bleeding. Once your plasma protein levels goes low, fibrinogen, the clotting protein, is going to go low too. So if they are low, you may bruise easily or bleed longer from small cuts. The fourth one is nutrient and hormonal imbalance. These plasma proteins help to transport both hormones and nutrients in the body. Once they go down, you might start experiencing nutritional deficiencies and even hormonal imbalance. So for some persons experiencing hormonal imbalance, a boost in your plasma protein level might actually correct that. I would like us to look at a case together to see how important these plasma proteins are. A child of 4 years old was brought to our clinic 8 years ago. This child presented with swelling, big belly, and stunted growth. We ran some tests on her and found out that both her total protein and albumin levels were so low. Of course, that aligned with the symptoms she presented: bloated belly and tiny legs, which is an obvious case of kwashiorkor, severe protein malnutrition. Kwashiorkor can as well happen to even an adult. So the mom was queried and it was discovered that the only thing the girl eats is pap. No milk, no nothing, just pap. A 4-year-old girl. The girl happened to be a picky eater. The following recommendations were made for the mom. So if you have a picky eater, this can as well help you to ensure your child is getting his or her daily nutritional needs. The first is to ensure she takes pap, the food that she likes to take, with something else. She can take it with milk, she can take it with soya beans, she can as well take it with egg. You mix raw egg in the pap before you add hot water. It will help to improve the child's diet. The second is to puree foods and give her. Since she prefers liquid and semi-solid food, she was advised to puree foods and give her, be it beans, be it rice, be it anything, to puree it and give her. That's pureeing food means blending the food, and you can either blend with blender or food processor. Blend the food. For instance, if you want to puree beans, you cook the beans till the beans softens. You can add ingredients to it if you prepare beans with ingredients, but if you don't, you can as well not add anything to it. Then after that, you blend it till it becomes semi-solid and feed your child with it. Okay? Even if it's just 2 spoons that your child is able to take at a time, it is better than just feeding your child pap. The only thing is that if your child does not eat much at a go, it will require that you feed the child more frequently to make sure that the child is getting enough. So the woman took the advice and implemented them. After 3 months, you could barely recognize this baby girl. So protein is very essential. It doesn't just help you to improve your plasma protein levels. It also helps to build muscles, lose weight for those trying to lose weight, and balance hormones for people with hormonal imbalance. So the key thing you should take away from this part 1 is that proteins are very important, and you need to take all the 9 amino acids daily. If you're not taking them from complete proteins, make sure you complete your incomplete proteins to ensure you are getting the required 9 amino acids daily. If at this point you haven't subscribed to this channel, I wonder what you're waiting for. Subscribe now and give me a dopamine boost, alright? Subscribe, like, subscribe right now, and give this video a thumbs up. Cholesterol is not your enemy. You know what they call frenemy? Someone who is neither your enemy nor your friend, or someone who is your friend and your enemy at the same time. That's what cholesterol is. It can be your enemy, it can be your friend, depending on how you keep your levels. Let me give you a little biology lecture. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that helps regulate cell membrane stability, ensuring your cells don't become too rigid in cold or melt in heat. So cholesterol is like a fire. It can either warm your house or burn it. It depends on how you set the fire. Cholesterol plays very important roles in the body. That's why I said it is not your enemy, because there are very important roles that cholesterol plays in the body, that if your cholesterol level is low, it is a big problem. These important roles cholesterol plays in the body are: number 1, it maintains the fluidity of your cell membranes. Number 2, it helps in the production of some hormones like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and even cortisol. It also helps in the production of vitamin D. Number 3, it helps the liver to produce bile, which aids the digestion of fat. Number 4, it supports brain function. So cholesterol is not entirely an enemy. It depends on your levels. There are 2 key determinants of whether you should do something fast about your cholesterol level if your cholesterol level is high, and whether you should just be conscious. Number 1 is your LDL levels, and number 2 is your HDL levels. HDL and LDL are lipoproteins. What they do is to transport cholesterol, but LDL cholesterol, the one you must have heard of as the bad cholesterol, is called the bad cholesterol because it's the lipoprotein that transports cholesterol to your cells. It becomes bad when your blood cholesterol levels are high. Excess LDL cholesterol can deposit cholesterol on your arterial walls, on the walls of your artery, resulting to plaque buildup and increasing your risk for heart disease. While HDL cholesterol is termed the good cholesterol because all it does is to transport cholesterol from your cells to your liver. That's what HDL cholesterol does, to transport cholesterol from your cells to your liver. That is why it's called the good cholesterol, because it pulls cholesterol from your artery to your liver. That is why it's called the good cholesterol. So it's usually better to have high HDL cholesterol and low LDL cholesterol instead of the other way around. You know, some people stay from year to year, from month to month, without running some checks on themselves. Cholesterol panel is one test that people should take very serious, especially if you are 40 years plus, whether you are a male or a female. If you are 40 years plus, you should ensure you check your cholesterol level from time to time. High blood cholesterol has no symptoms until the person starts having complications. That's why hypercholesteremia, that is high blood cholesterol, is a silent killer. And some symptoms that a person with high blood cholesterol presents with when he or she starts having complications are chest pain, shortness of breath, numbness or weakness, especially in the legs, erectile dysfunction, sudden stroke or heart attack. So, since cholesterol has no direct symptoms, regular checks are very important to detect and prevent complications very early. Come to St. Ethel Medical Diagnostics today and get tested. Life has no duplicates. You only have one life. Take wonderful care of it. The people that should actually run to the lab before this week runs up, if you've not checked your cholesterol panel. The cholesterol test I'm referring to here is cholesterol panel, not only total cholesterol. There are 4 different parameters that we run when we do cholesterol panel. So you need to check all these 4 parameters to know how healthy you are metabolically. If you fall under any of this category, you should run to the lab before the week runs up and get yourself checked. If you are a man or woman within the age of 40 years and above, if you are overweight or obese, if you have a family history of high blood cholesterol or heart disease, if you have high blood pressure, diabetes or smoke, you should run to the lab before the week runs up and get yourself checked. Life has no duplicates. Make your health a priority this week. If you are older than 20 years old, you should get yourself checked at least once in 4 to 6 years. Now that this is out of the way, we're going to bust some myths with science-based facts. So the first is that all cholesterol is bad for you. Of course, from what I've shared, you should know that that's a big lie. Cholesterol builds cell membranes, hormones like estrogen and testosterone, and even vitamin D. The key is maintaining a healthy balance between the bad and the good cholesterol. The second myth is that eating eggs raises your cholesterol dangerously. Eggs do contain cholesterol, yes, but research shows they don't raise LDL cholesterol in most people. And eggs are very rich in nutrients that helps to maintain brain health. The third is that if you have high cholesterol, you must take statins. It's a lie. Statins are effective in some cases, but not everyone with high cholesterol needs them. Lifestyle changes like a healthy diet, exercise, and stress management can improve cholesterol levels naturally without medication. And I have an ebook on how you can reverse cholesterol naturally without medication. Last year November, a man of about 45 years came to run checkup at our facility, St. Ethel Medical Diagnostics, and we noticed his cholesterol level was high, his LDL level was also high. We didn't prescribe statin. Instead, we recommended lifestyle modifications. He was advised to stop eating sugary foods and food that contain trans fats. He was equally advised to change the unhealthy oils he consumed for healthy ones like olive oil and avocado. Then he was advised to start walking 30 minutes daily, and later jogging was introduced. I taught him how to do deep breathing exercise and take breaks in between work because he's a businessman and a workaholic at that. So I advised him to take breaks in between work. After 3 months, his LDL dropped from 180 mg per dl to 130 mg per dl. His HDL level increased and he lost 5 kg body weight after 3 months. Now, 2 weeks ago, we ran another test on him and his LDL level has normalized. So, a person with high blood cholesterol must not take statin. Lifestyle modifications can help improve cholesterol levels, but you will need to work alongside your health provider. Cholesterol levels can be normalized without drugs. So the fourth myth: avoid all fats to keep cholesterol levels low. Not all fats are bad. Healthy fat like the ones in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil will help raise your HDL levels, that's the good cholesterol, and lower your LDL levels. The real enemies are trans fat and highly processed oils. Sixth one is that coconut oil is bad for cholesterol. Coconut oil contains saturated fat, but it's not entirely bad for cholesterol. Studies show that coconut oil can help raise HDL level, though it raises LDL levels slightly, so it should be taken with caution. So the seventh myth is that only overweight people have high cholesterol. That's a big lie. Thin people, very slim people can have high cholesterol. What determines your cholesterol level is genetics and your lifestyle. In fact, the last person we diagnosed of high cholesterol level in our facility is a very thin person. So whether you are thin or fat should not deter you from checking your cholesterol panel. Then the eighth one is that sugar has nothing to do with cholesterol. My dear, that's a big lie. Sugar worsens your cholesterol level more than fat. So you should stay off sugar because sugar triggers insulin resistance, increasing triglyceride and lowering HDL cholesterol. That's the good cholesterol, leading to metabolic syndrome. So sugar is your worst enemy when it comes to cholesterol. It's bad for cholesterol. Then the ninth one is that you can feel when your cholesterol is high. High blood cholesterol is a silent killer. It kills you silently. You will not even know. There are people that get heart attack because of high blood cholesterol. They did not detect it in time. They get heart attack and die. So high blood cholesterol does not give you a sign. If it gives you a sign, maybe God just wants to give you a second chance to take your health serious. And most times, you only start experiencing symptoms when you start having complications from high blood cholesterol. You rarely experience symptoms of high blood cholesterol. The earlier you get tested, the more your chances of dictating and preventing these complications. Somebody with high cholesterol level can get heart attack and die. Somebody with high cholesterol level can get other health complications and land themselves in hospitals. High cholesterol levels don't give you a damn sign until you start having complications. That is why it's very important you go and get tested. Come to St. Ethel Medical Diagnostics today, and our tests are very affordable, and we give you the results you can trust. Come and get yourself checked to know your levels and dictate and prevent these complications in time. If at this point you have not liked this video, I wonder what you're waiting for. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people will see this video and take their health serious. You could be saving a life by just giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comment section so that more people will get to watch this video and take their health serious. The last part of this video course is electrolytes. Electrolytes are ions that transmit electrical impulses in your body. Let me break it down for you to understand. Your heart is beating right now. Have you ever wondered how your heart beats? Have you also wondered how your muscles move? I'm moving the muscles of my mouth and my finger muscles. Have you ever wondered how these muscles move? Have you also wondered how your nerves send messages, like how your brain is able to perceive the smell of food and the person you are seeing and the information you are giving, like how I'm communicating with you right now and you're able to understand what I'm saying? Have you ever wondered how these things are possible? Well, your electrolytes makes them possible. Electrolytes are your body's current generators. Just like electricity flows through cables to power appliances like TV and AC, electrolytes help transmit signals in your body, ensuring your brain communicates with all your systems. Sodium and potassium regulate heart rhythm, ensuring every heartbeat is strong and steady. Calcium and magnesium enable muscle contractions from lifting a finger to walking. Sodium and potassium also allow nerves to transmit signals, helping your brain communicate with the rest of your body. Electrolytes maintain hydration, pH balance, and overall cellular function. But just like an unstable power supply can damage appliances, an imbalance in electrolytes, whether from dehydration, poor diet, illness, or even overhydration, can lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, irregular heartbeats, confusion, or life-threatening complications. Keeping your electrolytes in check is very important. Stay hydrated, but don't overdo it. You've already learned that maintaining your electrolyte balance is very important. You need to also learn the things that can cause electrolyte imbalance. And one is dehydration, losing too much water from vomiting, diarrhea, sweating, or not drinking enough water. Dehydration can actually lead to death. Dehydration can kill somebody, especially kids. You know, during the season of rotar gastroenteritis, when many kids, especially those under the age of 5 years, stool and vomit a lot, we record a lot of cases of juvenile death. We record a lot of cases of child death due to dehydration. Okay, so electrolyte imbalance is a very critical condition. Kids are more vulnerable to dehydration because they have higher metabolic rates, so they lose water more than adults. Secondly, they have smaller water reserves. Their body store less water compared to adults. They are more active. Kids are more active than adults. Even when kids are sick, some of them are very active. But when a child is sick and it becomes very down, you know that you need to do something fast. If your child starts stooling and vomiting, please ensure you start giving the child ORS so you can rehydrate the child. Only water will not do the work because there has been an imbalance in electrolyte. Only water will not replace the electrolyte that your child has lost. So you need to replace that electrolyte your child is losing through vomiting and stooling as fast as you can. So giving the child just water is not going to help. You need to give the child ORS to replace lost electrolytes. Certain medications can cause electrolyte imbalance, like diuretics, steroids, and even some blood pressure drugs can affect electrolyte levels. Hormonal imbalances like Addison's disease or hyperaldosteronism can disrupt sodium and potassium levels. Uncontrolled diabetes, high blood sugar can lead to excessive urination and loss of key electrolytes. Alcohol abuse can lead to dehydration and magnesium or potassium deficiencies. Severe burns or injuries can cause fluid shifts, leading to rapid electrolyte loss. Then the last is excess water intake. Drinking water too much can dilute electrolytes, especially sodium. When your electrolytes are too high or too low, it can cause muscle problems, weakness, cramps, spasm, even paralysis. It can also cause nerve issues like tingling, numbness, confusion, or seizures. It can cause heart problems like irregular heartbeats, arrhythmias, or palpitation. It can as well lead to dehydration or overhydration, leading to dizziness, swelling, or kidney strain. It can cause blood pressure changes, high or low blood pressure due to sodium imbalance. Do you know that drinking too much water can actually kill you? It sounds strange, right? But it's true. Drinking excessive water in a short time can lead to a condition known as water intoxication or hyponatremia, that is low sodium level. When you drink too much water too quickly, your body becomes too diluted, causing low sodium levels. This makes your cells swell, including those in your brain, which can lead to confusion, seizures, coma, and even death. But don't panic. This only happens when your water intake exceeds what your kidney can handle, like drinking several liters in a few hours. The right amount of water varies for each person, but drinking water when you are thirsty and not forcing excessive amount at once is the safest approach. So stay hydrated, but remember, balance is key. Have you ever heard of water intoxication before? Let me know in the comments. And from everything I've shared so far, which one came as a surprise to you? I would like to know what you learned in the first part, second, and the third part. What's the new thing you learned about plasma proteins and proteins? And what did you learn new about cholesterol? What is your new learning on electrolytes? Let me know in the comment section. Do well to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. You could be saving a person's life today. See you in the next one. Catch ya.